Welcome back then to a review of the Nissan Leaf 24 kilowatt, and it is a 5,000 kilometers with a small insertion of a solar panel. It is almost 11 model, so 12 years old. First thing I would like to mention, which I did not like, is the fact that this box of, I think it's almost 12-15 centimeters, is taking up too much place here, so that you can't actually insert 3-4 tires. I mean, although there is a space and pace for at least 3 wheels and tires, that would be difficult with this bulk. I hope you can see it. It is like, I think 10 centimeter out, so that it just reduces your mobility for space. Otherwise, as I told you, this is an owner review, and I don't have that much experience with electric vehicles, but this is what I would almost say is pearl. Actually, I had one issue with the charging of the like that with the 12-volt start battery, which I just changed. So I'll just admit that it's I've been driving this car for 2 weeks now, and as a Toyota owner, I know a bit about cars with experience from German cars. Sorry about that. Just putting on the seatbelt, and the fact that there are so many more things to change and worry about in fossil cars, diesel and petrol, and I really enjoyed driving this car for some time now. This is an elder model, and that's my so to say experimental car, where you don't have too much additional features, but it has actually a map and all that. And so welcome to the electric world, where the cars actually were innovated about 100 years ago, and that was the same era when the early age of or early history of today's electric vehicles also was founded after much YouTube has history following and all that. The range on this car is typically 100 plus kilometers, but you have, like in Prius, rechargeable mode there, and I will come back with another owner review after probably a year. And what I like about or with Nissan is that they follow the a Japanese quality culture, and it's like solid plastic devices, which looks very good. In an owner view, there are three things we try to follow. One is that we use our experience and real happenings, and we share the knowledge. The second is that we try not to speak about other cars, because we can do that in certain comparisons, but this is about this car, Nissan Leaf. And the third is that there are certain things about this car, like the size and all that, which we deliberately then don't mention, because you know that already before you get a car, that it's not the largest car, or it's not a 6-7 seater and all that. But what I liked about Nissan Leaf is that it's a fairly wide and broad car, with enough width. So the height is also okay, but I think that they could be a bit longer. And it's a heavy car, over 1,500 kilometers. So that if we can start moving the car, take it out, it feels like a heavy car, and it is a bit heavy, so that but it's also the car is moving quite fast, and you feel that the weight is with the car while driving it. A small drawback there on these electric vehicles is that you have to sort of start braking a bit faster, like it is on other heavy cars, so that the car can stop its weight. Right now I think it's 1,600 kilos, and there are also indicators here on how much time it would take to charge the car back up, which is like on normal charging up to 6 hours, and I think that for an old car, to say that it will give you 110 kilometers is fair enough. Actually, you should also actually evaluate what the cost of acquisition is, right? It's 5,000-6,000 euro worth of a car, more or less, and you should also foresee that the price is actually depending on not only the range, but the kilometers you have. I think it's 54,000 kilometers right now. So and I've seen I think almost 10 reviews on YouTube on the Nissan Leaf, and some of them were just not very nice ones, or almost mocking the car, or just like funny production. But To be honest with you, I was very surprised by how solid built Nissan Leaf is. The material quality after 12 years is just shining nice, and yeah, everything works. I've not tried all the functionality yet, such as Bluetooth and all that, but there is a map navigation on this car, and there are some certain features which are very nice to actually have for a 2011-12 model. I have a 2015 Toyota Prius Alpha or 7, which is also very good quality and all that, but yeah, which probably have some other qualities and not very technical. So I know people with Hyundai and Kia and so on, and for sure they are also very good electric cars, especially from, let's say, 2015 and onwards. But I would like to say that the notes and buttons and all that on Nissan is very good, and everything works basically. All buttons, all windows, all of the electrical connections and the electric system and the instruments and so on. So and I know that on certain German cars and so on, things stop working after 150, 180,000 kilometers and so on. So in my just first review of this car, I would give it almost 5 out of 6 or 4.5 of 6 points, because you actually save lots of money on choosing Nissan Leaf, and for its solid build quality, it is a car which will last for years, and I think that it's worth every kroner and penny. So for Scandinavians in Norwegians, Danish and so on, I would just like to say that det egentlig en perle av en bil som spesielt når den lite kjørt, og jeg veldig glad i denne bilen. And of course battery swapping and kilometer range optimization, you can do certain things with that by disconnecting things and all that, but you'll probably just gain 10-20 kilometers, to be honest, and without too much efforts laid into those features and enhancements. So I think that most of us, car owners, family men and women, job and business owners and all that. We're not that much obsessed with fixing up too much or tuning up too much. That's what I meant to say. We just want an easy and good car to drive with, and I'm just sorry that I don't have the complete camera set and kit with me here, because that is on my other car, so I'm just not checking it all off yet. Otherwise, I hope you can see me. This is Stavanger city, and a place with lots of mountains and much sea and islands, and a place where the car is always trialed with brakes and hill or mountain, climbing roads and so on. So I think that this new motorway towards South Norway will be ready in almost 2 years, and I'll take you on planning a road trip over the mountains from Stavanger to Oslo, from west to east. But anyways, you have at least 50 videos out there on YouTube about this car, and I hope that I did not forget anything right now, and that you got the information you wanted from me now on this car. Yes, everything works fine and nicely. I think that they have taken some inspiration from Toyota Prius on how the car is operating and so on, and I'm just happy that the car follows with CHAdeMO, rapid charging, and charging port, and one of course cable, so that for normal 120 or 240 voltage charging, and the sound system is very good. Just notice that some of these cars are imported from US or actually from UK. So this one, although I'm in Europe, North Europe, is actually imported in 2015 from US, I think. So there is a California map here, and I think that we have was that an ambulance there? That was it. AC works perfectly. It was not a difficulty with that.